Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Project Renaissance Man, the 54th episode. So, today I'm going to be discussing commitment. I want to talk about how important commitment is, how beneficial it is, and then also give you, as I always do, pointers on how to um, be better at commitment throughout our lives. So, the thing with commitment is commitment allows us to establish a foundation, something that is meant to last, something that is meant to be upheld. And it gives us a role in life. It's another role. It doesn't have to be your defining role, the one that defines who you are and what you are. And you can have many different roles in life. But it definitely brings a sense of fulfillment because we are committing to things of importance. And so, the very first thing, which I find to be essential and fundamental to um, having strong commitment to something, is value. You have to be able to value whatever it is that you are going to give commitment to, that you are going to be committed to. If you don't value it, you're not going to be able to. You need to feel an appreciation for it. And so, appreciation typically comes from the benefits we can get from it. Um, Not to sound selfish, but that really is the case. And so, but keep in mind, a lot of these things that give us these benefits, that's where commitment comes in. We are earning it through our commitment. So, an example I'd like to provide is I like to work out. I like to go to the gym, and I'm very committed with that. I go at least 3 to 4 times a week, and I don't miss. I make sure I at least get those 3 to 4 days in every week. And what it does in return is it allows me to be healthier, stronger, feel better about myself, um, be conditioned that I can be a better athlete and stuff like that. So it does a wonderful, um, amount of things for me. And so that's what commitment does for you. It rewards you, but it rewards you in a way that like money um, can't. And I mean, money can be a reward from commitment, no doubt. But commitment, in my eyes, you know, um, I often associate with giving to things that can give you benefits that are greater than money, than greater than anything you can put a price on. Um, so, yes, the very first thing needs to be value. You need that, or else you are not going to be able to be committed to this thing. Um, if you love somebody, if you have family that you love, if you have a companion that you love, really close friends, dreams, goals, ambitions, passions, all those things, if you have those, they deserve your commitment and they need your commitment. And we are undeserving of those things if we can't be committed to them. It's just the way it is. And it's fair enough. The second pointer, aside from valuing these things, is one that will help us to get in the committal mindset, a committal frame of mind where we can train ourselves to be more committed individuals. And this is what I want to refer to as um, how do I small. What did I put? You just want to practice small. So when I say practice small, I mean I'm going to give you guys an example. I was drinking a lot of coffee, and my caffeine intake was through the roof. And my girlfriend was concerned, and she told me, "You're drinking way too much caffeine." It wasn't that I was unaware of that; it's that I didn't really care. But I'm glad she pointed it out because then it made me take it a little more seriously. And so then I became committal in making sure that I'm not consuming too much caffeine, and it helps me. I don't get as jittery. My mind isn't racing as much. It allows me to become or find a sense of stillness within myself much easier. Um, and coffee has acid and all kinds of other things. Not to say that it doesn't have its benefits, but overconsumption of anything usually isn't a good thing. And so um, that's practicing that committal frame of mind, just starting small or doing small things. And you feel a sense of accomplishment from those things. Like, so I told her I'm not going to have any coffee for a week, not even a single drop. And for the whole week, maybe a little more, I didn't drink any coffee. I didn't even want to get another cup of coffee. But she would tell me, "Go treat yourself. You did good." Um, if that's too hard for you, maybe you can do. You don't have to jump. You don't have to have for it to be so drastic of a shift in your life. If that's harder than that for you, do 1 cup a day, and then a little bit later throughout the week, cut it down to half a cup a day. Maybe from half a cup a day, you can do half a cup every other day. You know, but it's just a practice and commitment. And then lastly, make time. You can't possibly honor commitment towards anything more than you can by giving it your time, giving time to whatever it is. Time, passion, love, care. Uh, those are the greatest things you can give anything in the world, um, because that comes from the core of who you are. And time, as we all know, is the ultimate currency. There's no greater currency than time. We don't know how much of it we have. Um, we all run out of it eventually. So to give it to something is the greatest honor. And it's the ultimate display of how valuable something is to you. And so this is just as valuing something is integral to committing to something. So is giving it your time. Um, and time comes from value. If you value something, you end up giving time to it, and that is part of the commitment process. So I'm going to be honest, this is an area that I need to strengthen. I don't make enough time for my family. I know I'm out here, but we have technology these days. I don't make time for really close friends. Um, and distance is no excuse. Um, there really is no excuse if you value something enough. You can always make time. People always say, "Well, I don't have enough time." Keep saying that until you're like 80 and you're looking back and saying, "I kept telling that person I didn't have enough time," and then analyze where you put your time. And that's just tragic to me. Like, I don't want to be 80 years old and have said to people that I care about, "I don't have enough time," and I'm 80, and I look back and I look at the things I gave that time to and how crappy I'm going to feel from the realization of that, from coming to terms with that reality. So, yes, we need to be committed, in this world. It gives us structure, it gives us purpose. And I'm not saying there's a big difference between committing and feeling like, you know, um, it's just what you're supposed to do. Like, committing is, we're invested in that. There's a part of us a huge part of us that wants to do this. Probably the whole of ourselves wants to do this when it comes to commitment. When it comes to like a crappy 9 to 5 job, that's a different type of commitment. That's not the type of commitment I'm talking about. That's a commitment through feeling obligated. Like, I got to do this so that I can put food on my table. When I'm talking about this kind of commitment, I'm talking about wanting to build a beautiful relationship with somebody you care about, or wanting to see a dream come to life and your passions unravel and turn into something. That's what I'm talking about when I talk about commitment. So don't confuse it with feeling like, with the enslavement of going to a 9 to 5 or being in a crappy relationship. I've had people that I thought were really close friends in the past that I gave it a huge amount of time to. And then I come to realize, like, I wasted that time, you know? And I can't say wasted entirely because you do get good things. There were a lot of good things that got out of those things, like learning experience. And then they weren't totally horrific, but I'm just saying, that's not the same. So commitment should be reserved for the things that are most meaningful and fulfilling and dear to us within our lives and most beneficial. So I'm going to leave it at that, guys. Thank you all for tuning in to this 54th episode of Project Renaissance Man. If you guys have enjoyed watching it, please be sure to hit the like button, the notification bell, and subscribe. And I will see you all in a couple of days. Later.